Take the journey of a lifetime on the longest and greatest defined coastal route in the world. 1,500 miles of spectacular scenic beauty, 5,000 dining and entertainment experiences, 10,000 things to do, 100,000 welcomes. So many experiences, so little time, showcasing must-visit destinations. Cork, the Rebel County, southern gateway to the wild Atlantic Way. Kerry, the Kingdom, with an ancient to present-day fusion. Limerick, from City of Kings to City of Culture. Clare, clifftop walks, caves, and soul-stirring views. Galway, City of Tribes, the entertainment capital. Mayo, for a breathtaking coastline and millennia of history. Sligo, the land of heart's desire. Leitrim, the land of slow adventure. Donegal, the remote and unspoiled northern gateway. Watch the sunset at the Cliffs of Moher. The Cliffs of Moher, one destination, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The iconic cliffs are Ireland's most beautiful natural attraction. 5 miles along the coast of Clare, reaching over 700 feet high. Majestic and awe-inspiring, this visitor experience creates incomparable memories. Book online for savings and confirmed entry. Early morning or late afternoon visits are recommended for a better experience. Open 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. for May, June, July and August. Explore the vast underworld of the Isle Caves. Isle Cave and Birds of Prey Centre in the Burren, County Clare gives you a chance to explore its weirdly shaped underworld and enjoy unexpected freedom with majestic birds of prey. Hike the Hazel Woodland and Burren Hillside walks with stunning panoramic views. Shop in the award-winning complex. Relax in the tea room. Taste in the farm shop. Watch cheese making. 40 minutes from Shannon. Visit Isle Cave and Birds of Prey Centre for a great day out. Dine at the Dunguira Medieval Banquet. Welcome to Dunguira Castle, located at the heart of Ireland's wild Atlantic Way. Once a meeting place of Irish literary greats including Yeats, Shaw and Synge, this 16th century castle nowadays hosts world-renowned castle banquets, April to October. Enjoy exquisite entertainment and wholesome food as entertainers recall stories of literary legends. Medieval castle banquets also operate year-round at Bunratty Castle, County Clare. Get your adrenaline pumping at Westport Adventure Park. Westport Adventure Park, Ireland's original and best adventure providers, promising an action-packed visit, fun and excitement. Hosting schools, corporate events, birthday parties, and suitable for ages 7 and over. Groups can book the Adventure Course, High Rope Sky Challenge, Assault Course, Bubble Soccer, Archery, Combat Games, Zor Wars, Paintball, and other team-building activities. Open all year round. Pre-book your activities now. Westport Adventure Park. Adventure and team building at its best. Play an exceptional top-ranked golf course at Waterville Golf Links. Waterville Golf Links, where champions tread and golfers embrace perfection, is in the 1% of the true links of the world. Book a tee time now. Health facility and Tom Fazio practice area surrounding its 40-acre estate directly on Ballinskelligs Bay and next to the Curran River, one of Ireland's most famous salmon and sea trout fisheries, a golfing paradise. Explore the majestic River Shannon with Foynes Flying Boat and Maritime Museum. Foynes Flying Boat and Maritime Museum is a unique visitor experience, capturing the story of this international aviation hub from 1937 to 1945. Movie stars, refugees and dignitaries landed at Foynes. Walk in the footsteps of JFK, Bob Hope and Eleanor Roosevelt. Learn to make an Irish coffee where it was invented. Dine in O'Regan's restaurant. Enjoy the Maureen O'Hara exhibition. So much to see and do. Visit soon. Get genuine Irish crafted gifts at the world-famous Aran Sweater Market. The Aran Sweater Market since 1892 for the authentic and original Irish Aran sweater with the largest range of colours and styles, as well as a variety of Aran accessories, homeware and more, all crafted in Ireland using the finest wool and featuring the ancient Aran stitches, where history and heritage combine to create a unique shopping experience. The Aran Sweater Market, located in the Aran Islands, Galway, Killarney and Dublin, the home of Aran. Learn the incredible history of the island of Ireland at the Jackie Clark Museum. The Jackie Clark collection contains 100,000 items spanning 400 years of Irish history, located in an 18th century building with adjoining garden at the heart of Ballina. It contains manuscripts, articles and books, items related to the Easter Rising, including the 1916 proclamation, as well as War of Independence and Civil War artifacts. It is one of the best Irish history collections in the world. Experiences to last a lifetime. And if you can't take it in all at once, Ireland's 100,000 welcomes will be waiting for you, time and time again. With so many things to do along the world's greatest coastal touring route, how do you decide where to go and how to get there? Choose from planes, trains, automobiles or luxury coaches suitable for all budgets. With 1,600 miles of spectacular beauty, there's plenty of room for everyone, even at the last minute. Bikers, check out Lemon Rock Bike Tours for your next motorcycle adventure. Choose from a range of guided or self-guided tours on fully equipped BMW rental motorcycles, including GPS with scenic riding routes, roadbooks and biker-friendly advice. Lemon Rock will take you off the beaten track, ending each day in premium, eclectic or castle accommodation choices to unwind at the end of your ride. Call the team at Lemon Rock and start your Wild Atlantic Way adventure. Optimum Chauffeur Drive is Ireland's premier chauffeur company. Travel in comfort as you treat yourself to a private tour of the island of Ireland. Professional drivers will collect you from the airport and take you where you want to go with a range of bespoke tours. See the incredible Wild Atlantic Way without having to watch the road. Let your personal chauffeur deal with the twists and turns while you sit back, relax, and take it all in. For the adventure of a lifetime, explore the Wild Atlantic Way with Celtic Campervans, Ireland's leading motorhome rental specialists. This luxury fleet of modern motorhomes are easy to drive, comfortable and ideal for all vacations. You'll be met and transferred from Dublin Airport, and from there be amazed with every turn on the Wild Atlantic Way. From the hills of Donegal to the iconic cliffs of Moher and the Ring of Kerry, rent a Celtic campervan and begin your adventure. Choose freedom to go where and when you want with Hertz and make the most of your precious vacation time. Choose from the widest range of cars, best rates guaranteed, and you can even skip the queue and get on the Wild Atlantic Way sooner with the Hertz Loyalty Programme. Voted the best car hire company at Ireland's Travel Industry Awards, Hertz, your Wild Atlantic Way escape partner. Paddy Wagon Tours, one of Ireland's most beloved brands alongside Kerrygold, Guinness, U2 and Saoirse Ronan. Tours are available from Dublin, Cork, Limerick, Killarney and Belfast to all bucket list destinations, 52 weeks a year. Join a broad range of guests, from students and professionals to families, and from the cast of Dallas to the Imperial Royal Family of Japan. Check out award-winning day tours and multi-day tours at www.paddywagontours.com. Take a day trip from Dublin to the Wild Atlantic Way coast of County Clare. Lunch in Doolin or stop at the village of Bunratty and see the world-famous medieval Bunratty Castle. before travelling west to the spectacular cliffs of Moher. Experience the primeval limestone landscape of the Burren before arriving in the village of Kinvara, County Galway, the home of the renowned Dunguira Castle, all in a day trip from Dublin. Rail Tours Ireland, first class. Hosted rail tours for the independent traveller. Car-free, carefree. Daily departures, except Sunday, for tours throughout Ireland. Stunning castles, majestic cliffs, 1 day to 11-day tours, free upgrades, including breakfast on the train. A great way to visit our wild Atlantic Way. Book today, travel tomorrow at railtoursireland.com or visit the Welcome Centre at 16 Amiens Street, directly opposite Connolly Railway Station, Dublin. Explore, discover, eat, stay and play on the wild Atlantic Way, and make sure to return. Each trip promises new magic on this mysterious, friendly, soul-satisfyingly scenic route. The land of saints and scholars, and famous as a poetic, musical and artistic nation, and art is at the very heart of Ireland. We've found some exceptional places to purchase your own memento of the artists and artisans of Ireland along the wild Atlantic Way. The secret is to allow yourself to feel the magic and recognize it in the art. We take you to places where we can guarantee that you're sharing in a little piece of Ireland's soul. The stories and stones of the Dingle Peninsula's Celtic heritage are at the heart of Brian de Stack jewellery. From the wild Atlantic Way, Ireland's leading goldsmith, a modern master embraces age-old traditions. In 81, Brian and Mairead began their now iconic family business in Dingle. Quality and excellence in one-of-a-kind miniature works of art brings thousands of customers and numerous accolades and awards worldwide. BrianDeStack.com, exporting internationally. Fall in love with the beauty of handmade Irish crystal. Dingle Crystal offers you the chance to take a tour of one of Ireland's very few crystal workshops distilled cut by hand. Group bookings available. Hold one of their master craftsmen's unique designs and you'll feel the difference. This is a family business who export globally, meaning you get fabulous Dingle Crystal direct from their family to yours. Dingle Crystal. Clear cut, unique. Conceived and crafted by 3 independent spirits, the Dingle Whisky Distillery is Ireland's first purpose-built distillery in over a century. Set amid the backdrop of the wild Atlantic Way, Europe's most westerly distillery distills award-winning whiskey, gin and vodka. Independent and artisan at heart. Visit and taste at Dingle Whisky Distillery today. You can truly appreciate those who express their creativity in physical forms like jewellery, pottery, crystal, sculpture and paintings by taking their work to a new home. Nibas, designing silver and gold keepsake jewellery inscribed as Gaeilge. Timeless designs carry meaningful messages like Dahail, Dahras, your life, your journey, all handmade in their wild Atlantic Way workshop. Taoiseach Enda Kenny gifted Cree Alling beautiful heart bracelets to President Obama's daughters. Purchase yours from Nibas boutiques in Kinsale and Skull. Nibas, your connection to home. Brown Thomas, Ireland's leading luxury department store, is home to the best in designer fashion, accessories, beauty and more. With stores in Dublin, Limerick and Cork, Brown Thomas welcomes you to the wild Atlantic Way from their premier site on Eglinton Square in the centre of Galway. Enter the stunning building for a fabulous selection of Irish and international fashion and beauty brands and a team of experts who look forward to welcoming you to their home in Brown Thomas, Galway. Arts, crafts and unique shopping experiences to add to your memories of the true magic in the land and the creativity in the people of Ireland. Cork, Ireland's largest county, is the southern gateway to the wild Atlantic Way. The Cork coast has a new surprise in store around every bay and headland. Whether you're in the mood for incredible music, outstanding food, history, prehistory, surfing, kayaking, hill walking, or just relaxing and taking it all in. Packed with vibrant towns like Kinsale, Clonakilty, Skull, Courtmacsherry and Bantry, it's a place like no other. Visit purecork.ie for pure fun, pure thrills, pure taste, and pure Cork ways. Kinsale, the gourmet capital of the wild Atlantic Way. Bastion, for a taste of the west of Ireland, an Irish produce-driven menu intensified by cutting-edge creativity. Cork's only Michelin bib has 150 wines from around the world and Prosecco on tap, from the bread at the beginning to a sweet treat with your coffee at the end. Everything is made in-house. Bastion, as featured in the New York Times, a fine dining experience of Kinsale. Cozy Cafe is located in the heart of Kinsale, providing the best breakfast, lunch and afternoon treats, all with aromatic artisan coffee. Striving every day to offer customers great, innovative dishes with top local ingredients and the friendly service Ireland is famous for. Cozy Cafe is a place for everyone and everyone's place. Make it your place to eat on the wild Atlantic Way. Tread in the footsteps of soldiers, sailors and revolutionaries and experience centuries of living history. Cross the causeway, pass through the massive gates of Charlesfort and take a leap into the past. These huge walls guard more than Kinsale. They are the custodians of a legacy stretching back to 1682 and pivotal moments right up to the War of Independence in the 1920s. This bastion is open for visitors all year round. Kitty O'Shea's traditional bar in Kinsale, County Cork. Kitty's is renowned for its traditional Irish music nightly and home-cooked Irish food. The place to visit for good music, song and crack. The Armada references the legendary Battle of Kinsale in 1601 with a mural depicting the Spanish fleet. Explore the winding streets of beautiful Kinsale town. Then enjoy live music at a quintessential local pub. Multiple screens to watch the game. In the centre of this buzzing coastal town, delicious pints or Irish coffee by the fire. Mighty crack, local musicians and a friendly welcome. The Armada. Kinsale Harbour Cruises, located in Kinsale, County Cork, is an ideal way to tour this picturesque part of Ireland. Hop aboard the Spirit of Kinsale, where owner Jerome guides you with a unique mix of culture, heritage and spectacular scenery. Enjoy sights such as the former fishing village of Scilly, Charlesfort, Jamesfort, the Dock Beach, wildlife including seals, herons and occasional dolphins on your unforgettable journey. Daily public trips or private hire available. Michael Collins House, Clonakilty, is a museum dedicated to Irish revolutionary hero Michael Collins and the history of Irish independence, bringing history to life for all the family through guided tours, interactive and audiovisual displays, historical artifacts and more. As part of your Wild Atlantic expedition, call in and learn about the big fella and his fight for the freedom to achieve freedom. Visit michaelcollinshouse.ie for further information. Cape Clear Ferries. operates from Baltimore and Skull Piers in West Cork to Cape Clear Island and around the iconic Fastnet Rock Lighthouse. The Fastnet Rock Tour also includes a bus to the Island Heritage Centre and a fascinating multimedia display. Enjoy stunning views of the West Cork coastline with frequent sightings of whales and dolphins and a first-class introduction to one of the most iconic landmarks on the wild Atlantic Way. Ilonlleire, Cape Clear, is a jewel in the Atlantic. Home to Dúnanóir, the Golden Fortress, Neolithic tombs and standing stones, it is a link to the ancient past, where the beautiful Irish language is still spoken and where life moves at a different pace. The Famine Story exhibition at Skibbereen Heritage Centre explores the tragic 1840s events of Ireland's Great Hunger. Over 1 million people died during the famine years, with Skibbereen one of the worst affected areas in all of Ireland. The exhibition introduces the many famine sites in Skibbereen, including the infamous famine pits at Abbeystrewry, where 10,000 victims are buried. Remember and honour this important period of Irish history in your wild Atlantic exploration. Lizard Estate in Skibbereen, County Cork offers 5-star accommodation in a Georgian house on its 163-acre site, where a fine dining experience awaits you at their award-winning restaurant with homegrown and locally sourced produce. Embedded in the landscape is the internationally renowned work of artist James Turrell, The Sky Garden. Discover this giant crater and the secret ring fort paradise that is Lizard on the wild Atlantic Way. Glebe Gardens and Cafe is a vibrant West Cork haven, growing and cooking up the best of contemporary dining. The highly reputed open gardens span 5 acres of coastal grounds. The chefs use produce from the garden, as well as from local producers and artisans, to create seasonal delicious menus. The Glebe Courtyard and Amphitheatre hosts special events and live music. Whether you're a garden or a food enthusiast, the Glebe has something for everyone. Fall in love with the real Ireland in Bantry Bay, Bábheann 3, West Cork, the unique coastal cultural experience you came looking for on the wild Atlantic Way. This gem of the Emerald Isle warms the soul with true hospitality, showcased through awesome people, musicians, sporting heroes, artists, chefs, and the best conversation starters in the world. Visit Box of Frogs, where the stereotypes are stripped away and replaced with what community really means. Forest and Flock invites you to a celebration of Irish craft and design, a personal, passionate shopping experience, an enchanting world of West Cork and nationwide makers, an engaging gallery space of sculpture, ceramics, art, Irish homeware and innovative design, a bespoke designed welcoming shop full of natural treasures and heirlooms, showcasing artistic impressions of the wild Atlantic Way. Choose gifts of proud Irish design from Forest and Flock in West Cork. The Stuffed Olive is a bustling Bantry cafe where you will find the best of local produce when you call in for lunch. Mom Trish passes on her skills in the kitchen from her own mother and grandmother to her daughters Grace and Sarah, who now run the business with her. Famed for sumptuous salads, lavish cakes, and great coffee, all wrapped up in a wonderful sense of community on the wild Atlantic. Explore the wild Atlantic with Bantry Bay Boat Hire in the ruggedly beautiful West Cork. Enjoy Ireland's only seafood tour that takes you out on the water and immerses you in the stunningly scenic Bantry Bay. Learn about local history and fishing and really taste the wild Atlantic on the historic Whiddy Island. This is Ireland at its best. Book the seafood tour now for a truly unique experience with Bantry Bay Boat Hire. The cure for everything is sea air and salt water, say Beara Distillery. Inspired by the beauty of their birthplace, the Power family crafted a spirit reflecting their love of the sea. Beara Ocean Gin is infused with wild Atlantic sea water, Ventry Harbour sugar kelp, traditional gin botanicals, and hand-picked fuchsia, the iconic flower of West Cork. Beara Distillery provides a taste of West Cork worldwide in a gin as impressive as the landscape of the Beara Peninsula. County Cork, waiting for you. Experience the wild, rugged beauty of the edge of Europe as you explore the astonishing peninsulas, beaches, mountains, and hiking and cycling trails of County Kerry. Irish people call it the Kingdom, and it's easy to see why. Kerry is a place apart, where the ancient and the modern live side by side. Experience the delights of Dingle, revel in the natural wonders of Valentia Island, soak up the festival atmosphere in Tralee, or hit the surf in Ballybunion. The Kingdom awaits you. From the breathtaking Connor Pass to Slea Head, the most westerly point of Ireland, this is Undangan, where Ireland's ancient language, culture and traditions live on in the Dingle Gaeltacht. Fado i Réaltra vad again. Visit the magical Irish-speaking village of Ballyferreter in the Corcaguina Gaeltacht on the Dingle Peninsula. Ceann Sibéal, a spectacular setting in Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. The Fish Box provides the freshest of fish from the family trawler of this fourth-generation fishing family, Cú na Mara, meaning Hound of the Sea. The legacy of their mum Deirdre's position as a leading chef and their father Michael's years as a fisherman has ignited the drive and passion of Patrick and Michal, concluding in the foundation of something special in the Fish Box that they can't wait to share with Dingle visitors. The Boatyard restaurant overlooks the stunning Dingle Harbour and Marina, its source of delicious crab claws, lobster and scallops. Fresh seafood from pier to platter means that their famous hot and cold seafood platters are a must. Relax and enjoy lunch or dinner with a local craft beer or a glass of Prosecco on the deck of the Boatyard restaurant, Dingle. Visit Siúpan na Bhíodóirí, the shop and weaving room of one of Ireland's best-known designer weavers and tapestry artists in the centre of Dingle, County Kerry. Lisbeth Mulcahy's is a must for her fine hand-woven scarves, stoles, throws and wall hangings, available exclusively here and online. At Lisbeth Mulcahy's you'll also find work by other Irish designers and makers, including knitwear, leather, jewellery and pottery by Louis Mulcahy. Siúpan na Bhíodóirí, Dingle, County Kerry. Visit Maz O'Flaherty at Dingle Record Shop, the smallest record shop in Ireland for traditional Irish music, folk, jazz and blues on vinyl and CD. Buy a bowron here and enjoy sessions from the shop, podcast recordings of local and independent musicians. Welcome to Ocean World Aquarium, where the ocean comes to life. Get up close and personal with magnificent marine life. Submerge yourself in the wonderful, enchanted underwater world. Come face to face with fearsome-looking sharks. Meet polar penguins and adorable otters. Hold a starfish and stroke the friendly rays. A day out at Ocean World is not to be missed. A fun day out for all ages. Irish Adventures provides amazing adventures in Dingle, Kerry. Why not kayak to see Fungi, the famous resident dolphin? paddle through spectacular sea caves in Dingle Bay, or kayak during the peaceful hours on an idyllic sunset trip. Dingle Boat Tours operate from Dingle Yacht Marina in Kerry. Experience the thrills of deep-sea fishing on Dingle Bay. Complete your experience by taking your catch over to John Benny's, one of Dingle's finest traditional Irish food and music pubs, where you can enjoy your catch as a delicious fish dinner. Talk about fresh from the sea. This is a must-do on the Dingle Peninsula. Add it to your bucket list now. A signature discovery point on the wild Atlantic Way with stunning views of the coast and islands, Onadun Blaskead, the Blasket Centre is a fascinating heritage centre and museum honouring the community who lived on the remote Blasket Islands until 1953. Enjoy the scenic panoramas of the most westerly point of Ireland and learn about a unique community and culture. Free parking, rest facilities, bookshop and restaurant are also available at the centre. Beloved of artists, poets, musicians, dreamers and Jedi Masters alike, the spectacular South Kerry Gaeltacht is home to Colquista Gaeltachti Rahig, specialising in helping families get to grips with the ancient Irish language. Experience the dramatic wild Atlantic Way coastline of South Kerry from the safety and comfort of the luxurious purpose-built Skellig Walker. Accompanied by local sea life, visit the majestic Skellig Michael, a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site and recent home of Luke Skywalker. Come within touching distance of the small Skelligs, with the second largest colony of gannets in the world. Connect to tranquility, beauty and wildlife on the Skellig coast. Seafari, Ireland's first eco-nature, seal and eagle watching cruise. A top-class TripAdvisor Certificate of Excellence winner and fun-filled voyage of discovery on the spectacular Kenmare Bay Special Area of Conservation. See diving gannets, frolicking dolphins, adorable seals and their playful pups along the magical Kerry coast. Singing Captain Ray and his musically talented expert wildlife guides ensure fun for all on the wild Atlantic waves with complimentary snacks and a rum tot. Ooh-ar! The Lime Tree in Kenmare is an award-winning restaurant renowned for its Irish hospitality and delicious food. Mike Casey creates flavoursome dishes with locally sourced produce. Kerry lamb, duck, fish, Atlantic lobster, vegetable dishes, organic salads and mouth-watering desserts are among the choices on his tempting menu. Relax and enjoy a not-to-be-missed dining experience in a charming historic building. A warm welcome awaits you. Join Emerald Outdoors on a magical journey around the historic Kenmare Bay. Meet a colony of curious seals by day or marvel at mystical sparks of bioluminescence by night on these unique guided tours. Dooley's Bar and Restaurant in Waterville Village on the Ring of Kerry has a tradition of excellence. After years of working in New York restaurants, including Smith & Walensky's Steakhouse, proprietor David Farrell works alongside his wife and chef Katie, delivering a high-quality dining experience from the best quality local produce. Enjoy extensive menu choices and exceptional value for money in a world-class setting with views of the wild Atlantic from every table. Ballybunion by the sea, with cliffs you can touch, sunsets to inspire you, and exquisite blue flag beaches for swimming and surfing. Explore the ladies', men's or nuns' beach and the striking Bramore Cliffs. Stay in a fun-filled town where they love music, dancing and romancing. Make memories to last generations. Build sand castles. Enjoy yoga and meditation. Allow Ballybunion to enchant you in all seasons. Located on the northwest coast of Kerry on a beautiful stretch of sand dunes overlooking the Atlantic Ocean, you'll find two challenging and unique links golf courses at Ballybunion, the Majestic Old Course and the Trent Jones Cashin Course, with beautifully contoured fairways that tumble down through a blanket of grassy dunes. It's no wonder these challenging holes have been consistently rated among the top courses in the world. Play here on your Irish golf vacation. The Kingdom of Kerry, a place beyond your wildest imagination. Limerick, a riverside medieval city of castles and cathedrals, is Ireland's inaugural city of culture. Explore Limerick's theatres, arts centres, galleries, dedicated venues and festivals. We are the home of the Irish Chamber Orchestra, the Irish World Music Centre and the Cranberries. Thomond Park Stadium also boasts a rich sporting history. Investigate famous Limerick artists. Dine in an eclectic mix of restaurants. Be assured of excellent accommodation. Further afield, explore historical and picturesque Adair and Bunratty, as well as the nautical vibes in Killaloe. Located on Limerick's iconic riverfront, House Limerick is designed to meet your every need. Whether it's a morning coffee, an office lunch, dinner with friends, or dancing until the early hours, House Limerick has you covered. In a similar fashion to its sister bars in both Dublin and Belfast, House Limerick's concept is one of inclusive luxury and social experiences. So grab a seat and make yourself at home. The Old Quarter, located on Little Ellen Street at the heart of Limerick City, resides in the popular bar and restaurant district. Their extensive menu includes delicious choices for all palates at breakfast, lunch and dinner from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. The stylish decor offers booths and party areas indoors and a large outdoor courtyard hosting live music every weekend. The Old Quarter. Put it on your not-to-be-missed list for Limerick. Cobblestone Joe's Little Ellen Street in Limerick City Centre is an experience not to be missed. Eat in luxurious ambience under their glass roof. Indulge in delicious fresh dough Italian pizzas and local craft beers. Savour an Irish coffee. You can even order a delicious breakfast. Weekends at 10 p.m. they go live with great bands, and winter means evenings by a blazing fire. But all year round they promise a warm, friendly atmosphere. Dine at Limerick's renowned restaurant, Texas Steakout, located centrally on O'Connell Street, where you're guaranteed the finest steak, chicken, vegetarian and fish dishes to delight your palate, all served with a friendly smile. Established in 1989, it has remained one of the top favourites on the Limerick dining scene, reliably serving unforgettable experiences. Advance booking is highly recommended. Call or book online at texassteakout.com. Visiting Limerick? Visit Ireland's People's Choice Bar of the Year winner, 101 Limerick, In the heart of Limerick City, this multi-award-winning collective features 8 different themed bars. Cocktails and parties, brunch and lunch, dinner, drinks, and tales of Limerick history. A grown-up playground with the aftertaste of childhood adventure. Exotic tales and mystery follow. www.101limerick.com promises a memorable trip to Limerick. Dirty Nelly's Pub, an Irish landmark since 1620. Like neighbouring Bunratty Castle, the building is steeped in history and folklore. The legend of Dirty Nelly, keeper of the Owengarney Toll Bridge, and her infamous shebeen is alive here. This meeting place for locals and tourists alike offers turf fires, traditional music, craft beers, great Guinness, and the finest, freshest local produce in the Oyster Restaurant. 400 years of fun, waiting to be explored. The otherworldly beauty of the Burren must be seen to be believed. This lunar landscape has captured imaginations since time immemorial and lies at the heart of Clare, a county of contrasts and exceptional beauty. The legendary cliffs of Moher plunge 700 feet straight down into the raging Atlantic. Kilrush, the Shannon Estuary, Loop Head, Doolin, Lahinch is a bustling hub for food lovers and sports enthusiasts. And down to the flaggy shore, described by Heaney as a place that can catch the heart off guard and blow it open. For the most memorable visitor experience. On Teachbia, Ennistimon in County Clare resides in a building dated 1805. Beautifully restored in 2015 in keeping with its original character, this traditional restaurant offers locally sourced ingredients and a warm local welcome. Enjoy quality food and wine in a relaxed atmosphere where you can soak up the history and be assured of competitive prices for your family meal or a sumptuous breakfast with friends to start another great wild Atlantic day. Vandeleur Walled Gardens in Kilrush is a true hidden gem of County Clare. Experience meandering pathways, botanical wonders, and tranquil walking trails. To share in its secrets, follow the winding road through a beautiful tree-lined avenue with hints of the magic to come as you explore, walk, discover, and feel inspired. Top it off with tea and some delicious eats. While times change, nature's story goes on. Loop Head epitomizes what the wild Atlantic Way is all about. Panoramic cliff views, vast skies, invigorating salt breezes, abundant local seafood, your choice of aquatic activities, and plenty of quiet beauty spots where you can pause and wonder at this unforgettable part of the world. Loop Head points west to the sea from County Clare. The name is a mistranslation of Ceann Lema. Leap Head would be more correct. The legend of Cuchulainn has it that he jumped from this headland to escape a witch. Others reference Diarmid and Grania's Rock and their leap away from Fionn to the nearby sea stack. Visit this European destination of excellence in aquatic tourism, cited the best place to holiday in Ireland by the Irish Times. You'll be blown away. Past, present and future are engaged when you visit Loop Head Lighthouse. Part of the coastal landscape since 1670 and one of 70 lighthouses playing a vital role in maritime safety. Guided tours to the tower and balcony present stunning ocean views from one of the 12 great lighthouses of Ireland. Find out about its history and heritage and appreciate the spectacular natural world on the coast of County Clare. A walk through time at the Burren Centre, exploring flora, fauna, geology, legends, archaeology and natural history. Within an exhibition, audiovisual theatre, craft shop and tea room beside the ancient Kilfenora Cathedral, home of the Kilfenora Céilí Band Parlour. From producer to plate, every ingredient enjoyed at Bartraw is rigorously sourced, lovingly made and carefully served. Great food begins at the source, and that is why they've worked hand in hand for over 30 years with local artisan producers. Pair the 6-course surprise menu with a regional microbrew, or enjoy a bottle from their meticulously curated list of world wines, while you watch the sun set over the cliffs of Moher. Music, song, legends and stories. Experience the wonder of County Clare. Ireland's most westerly city is the beating heart of the wild Atlantic Way. Galway has been a melting pot for centuries, and its unique heritage lives on every ancient winding street. Amazing food and drink and an identity all its own. Come and see the city of the tribes. Music takes on a life of its own in Galway, on the streets and in the bars. No wonder it's known as the entertainment capital of the wild Atlantic Way. Home to 3 generations of Garavan's family, William Street, Galway, this former Spirit Grocery's original bar counter has withstood the test of time. Proud winners of Whisky Bar of the Year in Ireland 2017, and for Connacht consecutively since 2014, with a limited edition Garavan's own 10-year-old single malt Irish whiskey. Enjoy 6 fantastic whiskey platters in historic surroundings. Experience a world-famous Garavan's Irish coffee, or order the creamiest Guinness in Ireland. Tí Chomhlí in Galway's Latin Quarter is a country pub in the middle of the city, with some of the finest traditional Irish music. The blend of locals and visitors in this lively pub offers a fun-filled experience, as well as the finest pint in the city. A hub for local and visiting musicians alike, with 14 sessions weekly all year round. The famous and the fledglings sit side by side in this welcoming family-run pub. Step out of the busy streets of Old Galway into the calm surroundings of Murphy's Bar on High Street. This family business was established back in 1931 by Philip Murphy. It's an authentic Irish bar, famous for its great Guinness, delicious Irish coffees and welcoming atmosphere. For a truly Irish experience, drop in and sample the whiskey and wares at the bar, where the staff greet their local customers by name. O'Connell's Bar 8 Eyre Square is one of the most well-known bars in Galway's buzzing city. Established in 1862, its unique atmosphere offers great pints of Guinness and an extensive whiskey and gin collection. Famous as Ed Sheeran's location for his Galway Girl music video, its hidden treasure is the large heated outdoor space, which features Gin Lane, a pop-up food truck with the Dope Rolls wood-fired pizza and live DJs every weekend. Taylor's Bar is a hidden gem to discover on your Wild Atlantic Way adventure, with a long history dating back to the early 19th century. Enjoy one of Galway's first beer gardens, a great selection of beers and spirits, a superb wine menu and cocktail list, fragrant gins and excellent Irish whiskies. Live sports events are screened regularly, and Taylor's Bar and Beer Garden has live music every night, with late bars and DJs at the weekends. iCinema, with its groundbreaking design features, is a notable Galway landmark. The cinema complex offers deluxe products and specialty coffee, as well as traditional cinema snacks. 9 screens with an eclectic mix of offerings from private screenings for your party or event to art films, student packages, golden eye for the more mature audience, parent and baby mornings, and so much more, including over 500 free parking spaces and a city bus stop. What a find! The rich bounty of the Atlantic and exceptional, ultra-fresh local produce are at the very core of Galway's international prominence as a gourmet destination. The gourmet offensive at TGO Falafel Bar offers a range of fresh, flavoursome vegan fast food, with produce grown within a 16-mile radius and waste constantly minimised. This is sustainability at its best. From origins in St. Nicholas Market in 2005 and loyal local suppliers, an exciting future lies ahead of this family-run business and their continued promise of good alternative fast food on the wild Atlantic way. La Colina. Corina and her family will warmly welcome you to this top-rated family-run restaurant in Salt Hill, Galway. Fresh ingredients, Italian tradition, and the kindness of their staff are the keys to their undisputed success. Folte. Benvenuti alla Colina. Dobro's is a multi-award-winning pizzeria in the heart of Galway City, where two local brothers, Ronan and Eugene Greeny, have changed the future of pizza in Ireland and, some say, the world. In the top 100 restaurants in Ireland for 3 years running, the Bros are famous for quality Irish ingredients, traditional Neapolitan techniques, and a cool, casual environment. Go and see what all the fuss is about in Galway. You won't be disappointed. Galway Food Tour is a wonderful food experience of the city. This is a 2.5-hour tasting journey around Galway's amazing food scene, where you are introduced to food producers, store owners, market vendors, and creative chefs. With knowledgeable and passionate local guides, you will learn about the food, the people, and the Galway way of life. Galway Food Tour is a delicious flavour of the wild Atlantic way. Il Vicolo in the old flour mill nestled on the banks of the River Corrib. Passion, heart and soul are some of the ingredients in this contemporary Italian kitchen. Enjoy a wild Atlantic offering of rustic Italian fare, over 50 Italian wines and live jazz on Sundays. Seasonal exports from the Italian peninsula are combined with the best of Irish produce from local producers. Il Vicolo, a must-stop for dining in Galway. Make your coffee break one to remember. Located in the old grain store building on Lower Abbygate Street, Galway, Pascal and his team are waiting to welcome you in for the best pancakes in town, along with specialty grade coffee and service with a smile. The Pascal Coffee House motto says it all. We love to make coffee for the city that loves to drink it. For over 30 years, McSwiggan's restaurant has been a staple for locals and tourists alike. Spread over 3 floors with 5 distinct bars, whether it's for large groups or an intimate dining experience, McSwiggan's is the perfect establishment, serving a mixture of Irish and international cuisine. McSwiggan's Bar, spanning the ground floor, serves local craft beers to enjoy whilst listening to live music. They hope to see you during your vacation along Ireland's majestic wild Atlantic way. A top 20 street food stop, says the Irish Independent. Sian Street Food, Quay Street, Galway is all about authentic Chinese food culture. The open kitchen at Sian Street Food allows an insight into their food preparation. Get a flavour of China with the Sian Meat Burger. Baked, leavened bread and shredded braised meat. Try bang bang noodles, extremely long, thick noodles topped with chili, pork and vegetables. Or order janbing, a delicious thin and crispy crepe. Every step you take in Galway City promises new experiences and memories to last a lifetime. Join High King Tour's local guides in discovering the magic of Cong Village. Marvel in the beauty and immerse yourself in the 800 years of Ashford Castle's history. Hop on board Corrib cruises to enjoy picturesque sights in Loch Corrib and Connemara. Travel back in time to Cong Abbey and walk in the footsteps of Ireland's last High King. Explore Cong Woods while listening to local folklore. High King Tours, a personal experience to remember. Craigboy Golf Academy is a short drive from Galway City and unique among golf facilities in that everyone is welcome to take part. Whether you're 4 years old or 104, beginner or expert, Craigboy is your opportunity to brush up on your golf skills or have a lesson with our professional. All equipment is provided for use in the beautiful driving range, par 3 9-hole course, plus there's a cozy coffee shop for afterwards. Pedal Power Galway is a unique and novel biking experience on the wild Atlantic Way. Visit Galway City with your friends or family on a 2.5-hour historical pub crawl where you will see all of Galway's historical sites while stopping in 2 carefully selected pubs for refreshments. Pedal Power can cater for groups as large as 21. Take your choice of a 15-seater or 6-seater bike to experience this fun tour. To explore Galway, use Lally Tours as your local travel operators. Enjoy hop-on, hop-off bus tours of Galway City, as well as guided and express day trips to the Cliffs of Moher, Connemara and the Aran Islands. Operating year-round with an e-ticketing system to make it easy to book your tickets. Private tours and transfers are also available for all size groups. For information and to book your e-tickets, visit lallytours.com. Paint Club offers fun and relaxed painting workshops in bars and restaurants across Ireland. Have a pint, a glass of Prosecco, or even a coffee and unleash your creativity to create your very own version of an original Irish painting. All materials are provided with step-by-step instruction from a local artist. Be guided from blank canvas to finished masterpiece. Absolutely no experience is required. Create, have fun, and take home a masterpiece from Paint Club. Asylum Room, Escape Room Galway. This immersive group experience starts in a locked room. You must solve the mystery and find your way out in 60 minutes. The 4 rooms in Galway are Sherlocked, 7 Sins, Da Vinci Code and Chernobyl. Or visit Limerick for the Philosopher's Stone quest, Sherlocked and Paranormal. Perfect for couples too, what a great date. Or family outings, children's birthdays, stag and hen parties and corporate team building. Equal challenges, fantastic fun. See world champion dancers perform with stars from Riverdance, Lord of the Dance and The Chieftains, May to October, Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday nights, Galway. Trad on the Prom, Ireland's #1 music, song and dance experience. Trad on the Prom, celebrating 15 years of spectacular performances. Whether it's warm wool, luxurious leather, sparkling crystal, shining silver, you'll find it in Galway City. The Sheep in Galway's Latin Quarter offers the most beautiful wool, sheepskin and craft products all made in the west of Ireland. Discover your perfect individually handcrafted sheep, which are all made in the upstairs workshop. Find some of the coziest and most stylish merino and lamb's wool throws, as well as scarves from the Foxford Woolen Mills and exclusive Inishmaan knitwear from the Aran Islands. worldwide shipping and tax-free shopping at the Sheep. Welcome to Mishnach in Galway City, purveyors and makers of leather goods since 2012. Make time to view the top selections from the best manufacturers around the world, but more especially check out the home brand Mishnach. All items are designed and manufactured at the Mishnach studio just a short drive away in Athenry. Choose the perfect gift for a loved one, made in Ireland, or treat yourself to an Irish-made memory in leather. Galway Irish Crystal is one of the world's best known and loved brands. Nestled in the beautiful west of Ireland, their magnificent building is a must-visit for your Wild Atlantic Way experience. With delicious dining overlooking an exquisite Great Hall, this cultural hub of Galway City is proud to produce stunning gifts for all occasions, with stemware, giftware, novelty items and lighting. For a personal touch, have your gift engraved by in-house craftsmen from Galway Irish Crystal. Claddagh Jewelers, makers of the authentic Claddagh ring whose origins date back over 300 years. This family-run business invites you to a unique visitor centre experience where you can discover the history of the Claddagh ring and the legend behind how it's worn. Visit stores in Galway and Dublin for the most extensive collection of fine Irish and Celtic jewellery. Choose your own authentic Claddagh ring and become a part of the tradition. Judy Green's in historic Kirwan's Lane has been enchanting visitors for more than 3 decades. Owner Judy Green, a potter and entrepreneur, has created a unique shopping experience in the heart of Galway. Fashion, jewellery and gifts from Ireland and beyond perfectly complement her own handmade pottery, elegantly showcased in a 17th century building where the old Irish Ogham script has been hand-etched into Connemara marble and inscribed into Irish linen, reviving Ireland's ancient past. Evergreen Health Foods is situated in the heart of Galway City's Latin Quarter, an area steeped in the medieval history of Galway's past. Evergreen is a family-owned health store renowned for their friendly, passionate and knowledgeable staff. In store you will find a vast selection of Wild Atlantic Way products, local, artisan and specialised foods, health supplements, natural Irish skincare and much more. Evergreen Health Foods. Good health. Naturally. Cobwebs, Galway's best known jewellery shop, is where Phyllis McNamara's passion and knowledge ensures that customers have found the perfect jewels since 1972. The medieval building overlooking the river by the Spanish Arch delights customers with a beautiful array of antique and fine jewellery, contrasted with a selection by leading Irish designers. Fine art by Grace Cunningham and a collection of Irish silver completes the offerings of this iconic, friendly, family-run Wild Atlantic Way outlet. Come and experience the ancient and the modern, and enjoy everything Galway has to offer. From the charm and culture of vibrant Galway City to the breathtaking vistas of the Gaelic-speaking heartland of Connemara, from the ancient Aran Islands to the magic of Clifton and the stunning coastline of Kinvara, there's nowhere on earth quite like Galway, where a new surprise waits around every bay and headland. Throw yourself into Galway's living Gaelic culture and experience views and landscapes like you've never seen before. It's all ahead of you in this incredible place. Embracing the full power of the mighty Atlantic, the Gaeltacht of Galway Bay is a bastion of the Irish language, where the ancient meets the modern and the old ways live hand in hand with the new, lively, vivacious and unforgettable. Nestled in the rugged Connemara landscape is Cottage Handcrafts, a family-run business with an excellent range of Irish gifts. This quaint cottage offers knitwear lovingly sourced from the finest Irish designers and artisans, Aran sweaters alongside contemporary creations. Choose jewellery and gifts crafted from Connemara marble, found exclusively in the west of Ireland, inspired by the myths and legends of the land. Enjoy the tea room and avail of tax-free shopping, delivered worldwide. Standoon Spittle is a third-generation family business situated 15 minutes from Galway City on the wild Atlantic Way. Standoon is run by sisters Lara and Cleana and caters to both local customers and tourists. Standoon offers a wide variety of Aran sweaters, menswear, giftware and jewellery and can deliver all of your purchases worldwide. Visit Standoon and relax over a hot drink and home baking in their cosy cafe. Standoon recently opened a new store in Uachtarard Village. Jutting out into the Atlantic across the roiling waters of An Sún de Salach stand Inisheer, Inishmaan and Inishmore, the Aran Islands. Make sure to stay overnight, meet the friendly locals in the pubs and learn a few words of the Irish language. Accessible by air and sea, the Aran Islands are where an incredible Irish getaway experience awaits. Aran Island Ferries has been connecting people from Galway to the Aran Islands for almost 40 years. This family-run business has a fleet of large, purpose-built luxury vessels, offering visitors safe, comfortable passage from Russellville Harbour to the Aran Islands all year round. Your holiday adventure starts the minute you step on board. So take a seat, relax, and enjoy the captivating views of Galway Bay as you are transported to this hidden treasure along the wild Atlantic Way. The Aran Sweater Market since 1892. For the authentic and original Irish Aran sweater with the largest range of colours and styles, as well as a variety of Aran accessories, homeware and more, all crafted in Ireland using the finest wool and featuring the ancient Aran stitches, where history and heritage combine to create a unique shopping experience. The Aran Sweater Market, located in the Aran Islands, Galway, Killarney and Dublin, the home of Aran. The Gaelic-speaking Aran Islands lie 10 miles off the west coast of Ireland on the wild Atlantic Way. Inishmore, the largest island, is home to a series of ancient heritage sites, including 12 monasteries and the 3,000-year-old Dúnlaoghasa Fort. Joe Watty's bar provides locally caught seafood, live traditional Irish music and an authentic Irish pub atmosphere that you just can't find anywhere else in Ireland. A warm Irish welcome awaits you at the bar. Inishmore's meeting and eating place in the heart of Kilronan on the Aran Islands, a wild Atlantic Way location with a front patio overlooking stunning harbour views and a world-renowned seasonal menu offering local caught fish delivered right to the door. The bar radiates character and atmosphere, with musicians playing nightly and a dedicated staff making your visit one to remember. Between Galway City and the wild Atlantic coast lies legendary Connemara, the largest of all of Ireland's Gaeltachts. Here the Irish language lives on in songs, stories and the lifeblood of this most Gaelic part of the island of Ireland. Unad Cultúr an Fíorsig Connemara is a cultural centre in Rosmuck, in the heart of the Connemara Gaeltacht. It was here that Patrick Pearse, writer, educator and leader of the 1916 Rising, built a cottage for himself on the shores of Loch Arúlach. The landscape, the people and their vibrant Gaelic culture still attract visitors today. This interactive exhibition shows how Connemara maintains the traditions of the past while looking to the future. Kylemore Abbey is one of Ireland's most iconic estates. Built as an elaborate gift in 1868 with a fascinating history of tragedy, romance, innovation, education and spirituality, and home to the Benedictine nuns since 1920. Discover wonderful historic buildings, 1,000 acres of woodlands, and Ireland's largest Victorian walled garden. Enjoy home-cooked food in the cafe or garden tea house and handmade gifts in the craft and design shop. Kylemore Abbey, creating memories to treasure forever. The family-run O'Dowd's Seafood Bar, Restaurant and Cafe has served the freshest of local produce and their famous seafood chowder since 1906. Their relaxed and friendly setting is Roundstone Village, with panoramic views of the bay and the 12 Bends. 200 years as a fishing base means this sheltered harbour supplies fresh fish and seafood on a daily basis. Traditional pub atmosphere and turf fires mean a delightful step back in time. Connemara National Park covers 2,000 hectares of scenic mountains, bogs, heaths, grasslands and woodlands, and part of the famous 12 Bends mountain range. Visit the exhibition on Connemara's wonderful landscape at the Park Centre, or join in the park's free special events organised throughout the year. Enjoy woodland trails or Diamond Hill walks. Take in the splendid views from the hilltop. You won't be disappointed. Connemara Championship Golf Links. 27 challenging holes carved into the rugged wild Atlantic landscape. 8 times major winner Tom Watson calls it spectacular. This must-play golf links in Connemara provides all services for visiting golfers, including breathtaking scenery. Claim your place in aviation history on the 8th fairway this centenary year, the exact landing spot of Fawcett's 05 reenactment of Alcock and Brown's first transatlantic flight in 1919. Connemara Golf Links, a destination to experience. With the Certificate of Excellence, this bar is a must-visit in Clifton for fantastic food with a warm and cozy atmosphere. Guy's Bar on Main Street boasts an extensive lunch and evening menu with daily specials, as well as a heavenly seasonal seafood menu. There's also an extensive drinks menu to quench any thirst. Relax beside turf fires, catch up in the cozy snugs, or enjoy a day out with the family. All at Guy's Bar. Walsh's Bakery and Coffee Shop is a third-generation family business, crafting breads, cakes and pastries in their renowned artisan bakery for over 65 years. Connemara's only bakery offers a wonderful range of products for you to enjoy while visiting Clifton on the wild Atlantic Way. Savour the views of Clifton Harbour with freshly roasted coffee served to you by friendly staff, and enjoy a hearty breakfast, light lunch or scrumptiously yummy pastries. Walsh's, a Connemara tradition. Stanley's is a family-run business since 1824, located in the picturesque Connemara town of Clifton. Providing contemporary style, this traditional drapery store has maintained its originality and authenticity. The shop has evolved, selling international brands, but still maintains its heritage in sales of traditional Irish clothing, knitwear and tweeds. It stocks large collections of menswear, ladieswear, footwear and outdoor clothing. Visit and discover a unique shopping experience. The Sheep and Wool Centre Connemara fosters awareness of the traditional sheep and wool craft industry. Here you can see Leenan's once thriving wool industry and traditional wool craft methods come alive in the museum's demonstrations. Try carding and spinning for yourself. Watch a scarf being hand-woven. Enjoy homemade cake in the cafe overlooking the breathtaking Killary Harbour, or buy woolens in the well-stocked shop. A visit to the Sheep and Wool Centre will answer all your woolly questions. Inishbofin Island, Ireland's most wild and westerly paradise, a landscape of spectacular beauty where nature cradles its most rare habitats. The Atlantic breeze sets your soul at ease, and the culture of its forebearers remains the island's pulsating heartbeat. Explore clear blue waters and breathtaking wild Atlantic views on an island rich with culture and historic heritage. Come stand at the edge of Europe and experience Inishbofin, Ireland's island paradise. Visit inishbofin.com for further information. Galway, a whole world of contrast and astonishment at the very heart of the wild Atlantic Way. Jutting out into the North Atlantic, County Mayo is a wonderland of spectacular scenery and ancient history. Here you will find the amazing Céide Fields, the oldest agricultural landscape in the world, and the largest Stone Age site in Ireland. Here too is Achill, Ireland's largest offshore island, and the towns of Westport with its remarkable greenway, Ballina on the banks of the Moy with its world-famous angling, Newport, hemmed by jagged peninsulas and islands, and Belmullet with its spectacular links course at Carn. The buzzing town of Westport kisses the southeast shores of Clew Bay and stands out for its cheerful, multicoloured shop fronts, which jostle for attention with an attractive selection of pubs and cafes. The Porterhouse Westport has been voted Best Traditional Pub and Best Live Music Venue in Ireland on numerous occasions. You're always sure of a warm Irish welcome here with Crack Agus Ceol. Visit the 18th century home of Grace O'Malley, Westport House. Enjoy art, activity, history and culture in this beautiful historic house with original antiques, architecture and artwork. And a train tour which travels around the town of Westport explaining its 300-year history. Croagh-Patrick, the Holy Mountain. Its religious significance began in pagan times at gatherings celebrating harvest season. It is said that St. Patrick fasted for 40 days in 441 AD at the top of the Reek as it's known locally. The world-class Great Western Greenway is a 42-kilometre traffic-free cycling and walking facility through idyllic countryside and dramatic mountainside, following the line of the famous Westport to Achill Island Railway, made possible by local landowners allowing access to their lands. Matt Malloy's is the best-known Westport pub on 4 continents. During his world tours with the legendary Chieftains, this renowned musician has engaged a vast and varied audience with a taste for traditional music, as dark and deep as the pints in his famous pub. The atmosphere builds with each repeated set, packing in the crowds as the music is borne aloft. Authenticity is the last of the world's hard currencies. Malloy's is coining it. Marlene's Chocolate Haven offers quality handmade chocolates for all occasions. All the chocolates are created on the premises by Marlene. The tea room is a lovely place to sit and relax during your wild Atlantic Way adventures. Indulge your senses with the luxury taste of Marlene's hot chocolate, made from her own special recipe. Or choose from a wide selection of mouth-watering chocolates on display for your very special taste of Ireland. A visit to Westport is not complete without stopping off at Cozy Joe's Bar and live music venue. Westport's only multi-level late bar, it offers big screen sports, the best value in delicious bar food, and top entertainment. Serving a wide selection of Irish whiskies, craft beers, wines and cocktails, you might find yourself dropping in for a drink and staying till late. Through extensive restoration, the old grain store Bridge Street embraces its heritage as a pub, general merchants and grain store. Witness history in original features like the fireplace, pharmacy cabinets, the grain store towering over the beer garden, rail tracks in the smoking area from the trolley transporting goods between store and yard in the 1800s. Today, this vibrant venue offers premium whiskies, gins, craft beer and wines of the world, a party menu, and sporting events on large screens. For almost 2 centuries, Clare Island Lighthouse watched over Achill, Westport and beyond. Now, this heritage property offers sanctuary of a different kind, as unique boutique accommodation in Clew Bay, County Mayo. Clare Island Lighthouse, Ireland's great escape. Let us entertain you on your wild Atlantic way with an unforgettable night at Westport Town Hall. With a year-round schedule of arts events, visit this state-of-the-art cultural centre showcasing the best in performing arts and drama. Whether it's music, theatre or a night of laughs, there's plenty of shows to suit your taste in the online events guide. Art comes alive at the Westport Town Hall. Blessed with the breathtaking Atlantic coast, stunning landscapes, vibrant towns and villages, and 6,000 years of history, North Mayo is full of variety and experience. Here at the edge of Europe, experiential visitor attractions and outdoor activities bring to life the best of the natural and built heritage of the region. Explore vast woodlands and picturesque beaches, fish the salmon-rich River Moy, follow in General Humber's footsteps through Kilcummin and historic Killala. See where Stone Age farmers worked the land at Ballycastle's Cage of Fields and Balderrick Valley. Or take your time and savour the landscape by bicycle, on foot or on the water. And when darkness falls, meet new friends in the village local or enjoy the varied cuisine, lively nightlife and warm welcome of the North Mayo capital of Ballina. North Mayo, not just a place to visit, but a place where you feel alive. The Connacht Whisky Distillery sits quietly on the banks of the River Moy in Ballina, County Mayo. Learn about the magic that goes into creating Connacht whisky spirits with the sights, sounds and smells of whisky distillation. The ancient craft of copper pot distillation comes to life as you explore this working distillery, merging tradition and innovation. Enjoy a tasting at Malarkey Bar for a real Céad Míle Fáilte on the wild Atlantic Way. Located on Achill Island, County Mayo on the wild Atlantic Way, Gilty's is the most westerly bar and restaurant in Europe. This third-generation family-run business opens all year round. Families can enjoy quality food made with locally sourced produce, delicious homemade desserts, an extensive range of whiskies and gins, and the best of Irish traditional music. Use their electric car charger or shuttle bus service, and coach tours are welcomed with designated parking. Nearly 1,000 square kilometres of the wind-swept west of Mayo is Gaeltacht, including spectacular Achill, Ireland's largest island, the rugged coastline of Erris, the shores of Lough Mask and Cláiste Uisce in Belmullet, where you can tackle the wild Atlantic for yourself while learning the Irish language. Among the wildest parts of the wild Atlantic Way, Mayo will delight you with its charm, its breathtaking coastline, and its millennia of history. The people of Sligo call it the land of heart's desire, and it's not hard to see why. Here is legendary Ben Bulben, immortalised by Yeats, picturesque Ross's Point, Drumcliff, where W.B. Yeats is buried, and Enniscrone, celebrated for its exceptional surfing. Across the county line lies the unspoiled landscape and breathtaking scenery of Leitrim, the home of slow adventure at Loch Melvin Eco Park. History, tradition, and nature, both wild and tamed, are the hallmarks of these two counties. Sligo and Leitrim must be seen to be believed. Leitrim, the home of slow adventure, is the ideal base for exploring the wild Atlantic Way, with ocean views from mountaintop to rugged coastline. Explore inland from the shortest county coastline to discover unspoiled landscapes, bustling towns and pretty villages with accommodation to suit all budgets, from cottages to luxury castles. Immersive journeys through wild places and natural spaces, steeped in history and heritage. Slow food using local produce for award-winning dining experiences. Visit the iconic monument of Sean McDiarmid, a legendary signatory of the 1916 proclamation, or his Corranmore home. For inspiration to live sustainably, try Rossinver for educational courses, workshops and tours. Loch Melvin Eco Park is ideal for walking and cycling, or canoeing and stand-up paddleboarding, and the famous glacial Glenade Valley offers the Aru Trail to the summit. Leitrim, connecting you with the joyful, restorative value of wild nature. Straddling the wild Atlantic Way into Ireland's hidden heartlands, the Rose of Innisfree tourboat offers a magical pleasure cruise from bustling Sligo town, between the majestic Ben Bulben Mountain and the ancient Knocknarea to the picturesque waters of Lough Gill in County Leitrim. Experience the spectacular landscapes referenced by W.B. Yeats, steeped in history, culture, myth and legend. Bar facilities and full commentary aboard every cruise. Be immersed in the beauty of the Northwest. Explore the wonderful ancient monuments and coastal sites of County Sligo with expert archaeologist and guide Oriel Robinson, who runs Sea Trails. Oriel's tours are truly authentic, introducing you to megalithic tombs that have stood for millennia on mountaintops. Venture with her along the gorgeous coastline on fossil and seaweed-coated shores. Energize your soul by immersing yourself in nature, where you will discover the essence of Sligo on her fun and intriguing tours. The Cat and the Moon, 4 Castle Street, Sligo Town, is a showcase gallery for artisan handcrafts from Ireland's leading makers and home of the Martina Hamilton Jewellery Workshop. Martina, one of Ireland's leading contemporary jewellery designers, named her shop The Cat and the Moon after a mystical W.B. Yeats play. Martina and her goldsmiths design and handcraft precious jewellery collections inspired by the wild Atlantic landscape. Thomas Connolly's is Sligo's oldest traditional Irish pub. There's been a pub on the site since 1780. This one was first licensed in 1861 and is famous for a great pint of stout, a wide range of drinks and excellent live music. This local to many generations of customers attracts an eclectic mix of visitors with authentic ambience, a premium selection of more than 80 whiskies and live entertainment from some of the best musicians around. Worley Brothers Jewellers are the heart of Sligo since 1875, a family business spanning 4 generations. The traditional shop front, symbolizing traditional principles of dedication to service, quality and value, opens into one of the largest collections of diamond rings and wedding bands in Ireland. Enjoy beautiful handmade pieces, Irish-made Celtic jewellery, and premium Swiss watches including Longines, Gucci and Raymond Weil. Visitors can enjoy tax-free shopping, making these perfect gifts even more attractive. The Walton family reintroduced the ancient tradition of seaweed bathing to the coastal village of Strand Hill and provide a unique blend of organic therapies for all bathhouse visitors. Imagine soaking in a traditional cast iron bath filled with hot seawater and fresh, wild Atlantic seaweed. Simply relax while the seaweed works to detox and remineralize the body. Voya Seaweed Baths is an authentic experience like no other and a must-visit hidden gem on the wild Atlantic Way. Visit the Hawks Well Theatre, a home for the arts in the heart of Sligo. This busy theatre has been entertaining audiences since 1982. The diverse year-round programme presents a variety of local, national and international performances from theatre, music, comedy, dance, musicals and family shows. Make sure to check out what's going on during your visit at www.hawkswell.com or call in and pick up a brochure. Mullaney Brothers, celebrating 110 years of quality, service and choice in the heart of Sligo. Here you will find the largest collection of hand-woven Donegal tweed jackets and Barber waxed jackets in the Northwest, specialising in authentic quality Irish-produced gifts and souvenirs, sweaters, scarves, throws, rugs and linens, as well as the best selection of Sligo sweatshirts and t-shirts, all ideal keepsakes of your trip along the wild Atlantic Way. The Snug Bar, one of Sligo's finest traditional bars, is located along the banks of the Garavogue River. Relax and enjoy traditional music in this friendly family-run pub with an excellent selection of whiskies, gins and local craft beers. Experience the brewing process on a walking tour of Lochgill Brewery, including a sampling of their great beers. But the Snug Bar is the only place with their very own Wild Atlantic Stout. Welcome to Tracy's Cafe, a surfer's dream, bringing quality Irish produce to the beach. Experience smiling faces serving homemade breads, cakes and jams, with aromatic coffees, fresh salads and vegetarian options, as well as their famous all-day full Irish breakfast. Shop for wetsuits, surfboards and gifts, plus homemade and local products. It's clear why Tracy's Cafe is a landmark in Enniscrone for locals and tourists to enjoy breakfast, lunch and dinner. Céad Míle Fáilte from the Beach Bar Sligo Bay. This pub and restaurant serves food with Aughrish beach views of the Atlantic, with the Ox Mountains behind and the majestic peaks of Knocknarea and Ben Bulben to the east. Soak up traditional old-world charm within the thick walls of this thatched 300-year-old establishment. Irish coffee by the fire in winter, or summer beer in the garden. It's a pub for all seasons. A visit to Eagles Flying can make your dreams come true with eagles swooping overhead or a hawk landing on your hand. This is a scientifically managed animal sanctuary, nestled in the scenic Sligo Hills. Winning hearts for all creatures, they focus on passing their gentle relationship with the animal world onto visitors. Open daily, this multi-award-winning tourist attraction facilitates close contact with the animals. www.eaglesflying.com. A land of contrasts, immortalized in poetry and song. Sligo is an unforgettable experience. The northernmost county on the island of Ireland, Donegal is shaped by the crashing waves and the power of the wind. Every inch of its incredible coastline tells a story, from the stunning cliffs at Slieve League to the phenomenal beaches which punctuate any journey along the wild Atlantic Way. To the very north is Malin and dotted around Lough Swilly are towns like Buncrana and Bundoran, famous for their music. To the south are Ballyshannon and Donegal town, packed with incredible bars and restaurants. McCafferty's Letterkenny is the second of McCafferty's bars to open in County Donegal. This traditional Irish bar offers music, sports and everything in between, comprising of 3 floors, each one different. Enjoy Nelly Rua's posh gin and cocktail bar, or the second floor live music venue with Irish music 7 nights a week. Or Sonny McSwine's bar for sports fans and whiskey lovers with access to Whiskey Road, the beer garden on this top floor. On the wild Inishowen Peninsula, Simpson's Bar and Restaurant is an ideal place to spend a relaxing afternoon. Or plan a fun-packed night out with friends. Renowned throughout Donegal for excellent home-cooked food, the bar is adorned with antique furniture, creating a truly luxurious atmosphere. And Tulnaree Nightclub, as Ireland's most northerly entertainment venue, offers live bands every Saturday night in the Lilac Room, and a DJ in the main room. A warm welcome and friendly service awaits you at the Brewery Bar in the Cathedral Quarter of Letterkenny's Market Square. Relax by the open fire, or watch Irish sport in the beer garden on the largest screen in the northwest. Grab a Guinness from the outside bar, ingeniously converted from a shipping container, or a premium whiskey in the intimate wee bar. With an excellent food menu, the Brewery Bar has it all. The 1890s McIntyre and Hogg shirt factory lives on as Donegal's best-known restaurant, the Yellow Pepper. Original wooden floors, old stone walls and iron pillars make a unique home for this Letterkenny restaurant, offering the full experience of delicious meals from the fresh ingredients in their garden. And a wonderful, friendly staff. The Yellow Pepper enjoys the ultimate customer approval. It's always busy. A warm welcome awaits you 7 days a week at the Yellow Pepper restaurant. Nearly 1,000 feet above the surface of the wild Atlantic, the tip of Sliabh Liag overlooks some of Europe's most incredible cliffs and the wide open expanse of the Gaeltacht below, where tales are told of Ireland's ancient past in its native tongue. Reclaiming the lost distilling heritage of Donegal is the Sliabh Liag Distillery, founded by returning scatterlings who are retelling the legends and folklore of the Donegal Gaeltacht through Irish whiskey and its unique Irish maritime gin. Nestled among the Donegal hills is the quaint village of Ardra, where a visit to the family-run Triona design offers a unique experience at the Donegal Tweed Centre. Visitors are offered an interactive experience illustrating the weaving process from fleece to fashion, including a replica of the Mulhern cottage built to scale. Weavers are on hand to recount the history of Donegal tweed, while the Triona store offers a wide range of products made in Ireland. Located in the heritage town of Ardra, Nancy's Bar is a scenic drive away from Sliabh Liag, some of the highest sea cliffs in Europe. The McHugh family is now in its 8th generation of serving dishes to satisfy herbivores and carnivores alike, specializing in seafood, with local suppliers as a priority. Nancy's menu caters for all dietary requirements, including burgers, stew, and delicious vegan options. This cozy, welcoming environment awaits Donegal visitors. To the far, far north of Ireland, the Donegal Highlands are a world apart. Here, the power of nature reigns supreme, and the mellifluous northern dialect of the Irish language can be heard on the streets, in the homes, and in the songs and stories of its lively pubs. Out on Ireland's northernmost headlands, 11 lighthouses shine across the sea, and journeys, physical and spiritual, begin. Madden's Bridge Bar, roaring Atlantic waves, serving up friends and fresh food from the water, where music and heritage go together like the smiles of the locals and the endless views of the setting sun. Madden's Bridge Bar with fresh oysters from Tahona Bay, sea-salted spring lamb from Mayo's Cage of Fields, Mullimore crab claws, locally crafted Donegal blonde beer, and Slieve League whiskey. Come taste the wild Atlantic way at Madden's Bridge Bar, Bundoran. The warmest Irish welcome awaits you at McAuliffe's Craft Shop in the seaside village of Dunfanaghy, along Donegal's magnificent Wild Atlantic Way. For 3 generations, this much-loved business has been renowned for sourcing the best of Irish craft and design, from knitwear and ceramics to crafts and international pieces. This is more than a gift shop. It's an entire Wild Atlantic experience, built on a foundation of family, cherished by locals and visitors alike. Biddy's O'Barnes is one of Donegal's most iconic pubs. Voted best pint of Guinness in Donegal and deemed unlucky to pass, the friendly locals happily welcome visitors. Immerse yourself in timeless culture and heritage, with new friendships easily made. Biddy's is an adventure into old stories and new experiences, including music and events. If the Barnesmore Gap weather forecast is rain, the Biddy's forecast is warm fires, warm hearts, and wholesome warming food. Emerald Isle Tour offers Wild Atlantic day tours of Donegal and Sligo, and multi-day tours of the island of Ireland. Whether it's following the footsteps of St. Columkill, famous landmarks, or Ireland's hidden gems, be chauffeured in luxury while listening to Ireland's history and folklore. Choose self-drive, chauffeured, or a combination of both. Eliminate your stress and add the fun for a foolproof, flexible and custom tour that's as individual as yourself. Bloss is a family-run restaurant serving delicious breakfast and lunch from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. 7 days a week near the Diamond in Donegal town. Free on-site parking offers convenience during your Wild Atlantic explorations. The building itself, lovingly restored in its original 1800s styling, is the perfect place to relax and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or a tasty snack. Visit Bloss for the real flavour of Donegal. Donegal, Ireland's most remote and unspoiled county, is full of wonders. Come and hear its amazing music, taste its outstanding cuisine, and marvel at the incomparable coastline of the Northern Gateway to the Wild Atlantic Way. Explore, discover, eat, stay and play on the Wild Atlantic Way, and make sure to return. Each trip promises new magic on this mysterious, friendly, soul-satisfyingly scenic route.